course, thank you, Nick, for the introduction, and thank you for hosting us here in the webinar. I know we're a bit after time, but I will try to be,
No worries, no worries. We're not gonna close the webinar in 3 minutes. You have time, so don't worry about it.
it's important topic,
Yeah, I tell you on purpose to be within 10 minutes because I know that nobody is within 10 minutes. I think only Stephanie did that, and she is the first one. Whoever, I think there is only one other speaker from 200 webinars who did it in 10 minutes. So so don't worry about that. Take your time.
I will try to be short with the presentation for maybe
Okay.
we'll have some questions after this. So first of all, I'll introduce myself. My name is Gal. I'm the co-founder and COO of Boosst. Boosst is the early stage startup. I'm explaining exactly what we do, but my target here today is to help you to understand how to maximizing your Amazon exit and give some tips for success. What we do exactly, what our mission is to make e-commerce acquisition process accessible and of course affordable for every e-commerce entrepreneur, no matter where they are in the world or how big the store is. Our startup is backed by AWS, Amazon, by Techstars New York, and Zep Fund. And a bit about my team, you can see here the leadership team. We all are tech entrepreneurs that have experience in the e-commerce segment. I worked before Boosst in a company that helped with user experience solutions for big e-commerce brands such as Adidas, L'Oreal, and HP. And Chris, our acquisition expert, was an Amazon seller himself, previously worked in a big aggregator and now working as our expert in this domain. So we all have experience in this domain. So this is briefly about the leadership team, but I will start with a question that you might thought about it, might not, is the why. Why people want to sell their Amazon business. So you can think about it right now, or you don't really know if it's the right direction for you. But in general, for businesses, there are multiple reasons. Some are not here in this page. And when I talk with clients, I see a lot of reasons. Some can be money issues, some can be a burnout, some retirement. People want to spend more time with their families, and some is thinking that open an Amazon business might never has ever been their life dream, and they want to pursue for a new journey. So a lot of reasons, and if you have a reason in your head, it's okay. It's a personal, let's say, answer for you to know if you want to exit and sell your business. Why this process, it's a nightmare. Selling a small and mid-sized business can take a lot of time. Before we jump to why, let's talk about what is a small mid-sized business. So small mid-sized business, usually it's around 500K to 10 million in annual sales, and usually less than 500 employees in the company. And the process, it can be complex and regarding a lot of knowledge, if it's financial knowledge or legal knowledge. Sometimes it's a really expensive process. 15% of a broker commission, it's expensive. And in M&A, mergers and acquisition, this is a high fee for selling your business. Sometimes the process is outdated, using a lot of outdated practices and not utilizing technology, and a bad user experience that's today in the market. Without knowledge, you cannot really expect what to prepare for when it comes to selling your business. So before we're going to jump on discussing of how to maximize your business and your multiple and talk a bit about the profit, who are you going to sell the business? The e-commerce buyers are divided to 4. We can see that the aggregators and the e-commerce companies in this sector, you probably heard a lot about them, but usually they have a quick deal. So it means that they have quick due diligence and process on the brand. They usually focus on a niche and type of brands. And they have structure that can be sometimes misleading, and you need to be careful when you're starting to negotiate with them. The second type of buyer, let's say it's a large buyer with a strategic focus. Usually it's sellers that have similar products, such as in the baby product industry, a brand in the same category, or a brand that's similar to your product. This is usually relevant for a specific niche, as I mentioned, and a higher multiple, because this buyer wants your brand specifically because it's connected to what they're working on. Usually it's a longer process in terms of acquisitions. Third is private equity firms and family offices. So relatively, those are new players in the Amazon space. They have more relevant, they're more relevant for large deals. And sometimes it's more a partnership than acquisition. And the last one, Amazon sellers and other individuals. They can be large e-commerce sellers. They can also be individuals that not coming from the e-commerce industry and looking for the right acquisition for them. And sometimes those entrepreneurs can also be the ones that flipping businesses, means that they're buying your business and wants to sell it in the future. They have less experience in M&A, in mergers and acquisitions. So a bit about what is business valuation, and then we're going to jump for some tips regarding the exit process. So business valuation in general is the value of your business in terms of cash at this moment. And usually it's calculated by your 12 months back with a multiple and plus an inventory, how much your inventory is cost. So for today market, we can see for e-commerce brand, usually between 2 to 4 multiple on the profit. Sometimes it can be higher, but I'm just saying their usual offering to this day. You can see a short example for this kind of calculation. So let's jump to how you should prepare for an exit. What are the things that can help and support you and make your business look different in a better way for a buyer? So first of all, check your business valuation. In order to know what you want to sell, you need to know that before you actually pursue to sell your business. And it's okay to ask for help in this sector, especially with experts. The second thing is start early, meeting with consultant or partners or people in the industry to really understand your business and how you can improve that. As early as you start is higher your multiple be in the future, because you will understand how to improve the business, how to prepare for your acquisition process. So if you have in mind that you want to exit early is better. Meeting with your accountant, super important. Learn about the tax information, ask for your right financials, gather all your financial aspects before even starting the process. It will show you in a different way for a potential buyer. And make sure your intellectual property is registered, such as trademark and copyright, everything that you can show to a buyer as a potential and why your business is a great business to buy. And the last thing is make sure you tell a story. So a lot of business owners usually go to the details of the financial aspects, such as profit and sales, and maybe the future growth of the company. It's also important, but tell the story is important as well, such as why people like your brand so much, why they're going to continue buy your brand, what is the connection you have with your manufacturer. Everything you can tell and show the business as a story will improve how you present it to a future buyer. And last but not least, how to maximize your business value. Here is my 10 tips. I can send you this presentation later on. The first thing, as I mentioned before, is prepare your financials. And here you can see some such as profit and loss statement, invoices, business expenses, and more. If you're going to gather that, it will help you to present your business better. And the buyer will look at those information even before and consider your business as the right target to buy. And then they can consider you for a due diligence process. But as you do that, you increasing your chances for buyers to continue the process with you. The second thing is tie up all your loss ends, make sure that you don't leave a backlog or issues pending, such as Amazon issues or former employees, salary, anything that you want to avoid to show to a future buyer that's not going to make them feel that your business is in risk. The third thing is improving, of course, your margin, and we discussed it here today a bit about the profit, how to improve that. Anything that you can do, drop products that aren't performing well and focus on the products that are profitable and make you make your brand stronger, could potentially lead to a future to increasing your multiple. Next thing is secure exclusive contract with manufacturer. If you don't have that yet and you're thinking it's something you can able to do, it's definitely can help you with negotiation or increasing your multiple with a future buyer. Invest in raising brand awareness. Very important. You can use it from content through marketing and improve that. If you have Shopify presence, not just Amazon, and you want to show that, a customer like your brand, it's definitely help, because it's showing you not have just an Amazon brand, you also have customers that like your brand and really appreciate your products. Work towards improving your Amazon seller rank. Again, traction, show that the customer like what you do. Simplify your production process. Not a lot of people think about it, but if you show that you have a smooth transaction from a production perspective and operation, this can be a very interesting thing for a buyer, especially if you already like your brand. Next thing is, don't change your entire model. Sometimes a lot of clients, when I'm talking with them, they want to change a lot of things that they think can help in increasing their multiple or help them to get a better valuation. Focusing on and this is the next thing, focusing on what you do best. The most important factor in acquiring a business is it's a healthy business that's growing. And if you show you have an account, you show you have a brand that is growing, this is the best factor that a buyer will check. So if you can focus on what you do best, such as launching new product or getting more revenue, anything in their market you operate, it's the best way to go. The last but not least is not take unreasonable risks, such as open a new market or take a risk on a product that you're not sure about. It's okay to do all of that, but if you considered the risk that you're taking, because if this risk will take you, such as taking a big loan, or any other thing that you as a business owner, you know your brand, you know your business, you think it's a high risk, we're not usually recommend to do that before you're starting acquisition process, because it can also lower your multiple. So those are my top, let's say, 10 tips. We also have more content on our website. This is my information. Here's my LinkedIn page. You feel free to email me, message me. This is my WhatsApp number, or in LinkedIn. Happy to help and assist if you're thinking on a business valuation or you're thinking of exit your business. I'm definitely here to support. This is it.